Hi and welcome to the Property Show. My name is Nancy. This is the show that is sure to give you an in-depth look into the property market, provide you with professional advice, trends, tips, and first-hand information on the hottest properties available in the market. There is something for everyone. Paul and Caroline have finally decided to build their own home and they have started construction, but they're wondering at what stage should they engage the services of Kenya Power. Our big question today is, at what stage should you engage the services of Kenya Power in your property development?
Hey, Carol.
Hey, Sema.
Kuna chai?
It's in the kitchen. How was your day?
It was okay.
Did you remember to see Kenya Power?
It's too early. We've not even put up the foundation.
So you know they need to come and wire the house.
That is why we have an electrical engineer on the project. He'll guide us on the wiring bit.
So when do we bring in Kenya Power?
At least when the project is almost done.
Are you serious? Don't you think it's going to be too risky?
Hey, my dear, you worry too much. Relax. Tukunywe chai.
It's not about to worry too much. I just feel that it won't hurt us to bring Kenya Power on board.
I don't see the hurry. And it's fast. Kuleta poles, kuvuta stima, that should not be so difficult.
What if they come and they tell us that they need to rewire the house? Or they come, they tell us they need to change their routes to bring power?
Aye, hapana. They can't do that. Ama, can they?
You never know. And it will cost us double. Then another thing, hatuko na transformer karibu na sisi.
Okay, let's do this then. You go to Kenya Power tomorrow. Then I'll see if I can come with the electrical engineer and meet you there.
Okay.
Sasa hii chai yangu itakuwaje?
Acha nikulete.
At what stage should you engage the services of Kenya Power in your property development? Most people do not know when to engage the services of Kenya Power. Today we have with us Engineer John Wakesa, who is the Chief Engineer for Large Power and Prepaid Meters. He will take us through what we need to know about Kenya Power. Welcome, John, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Nancy.
Tell us about Kenya Power.
Well, Kenya Power is a publicly listed company that is responsible for the distribution of electricity throughout Kenya. Kenya Power is actually in the power subsector, which comprises 4 divisions. That is a policy, which is under the Ministry of Energy, which is responsible for setting policy. Then there is regulation, the ERC, which does regulation and also sets up the power tariffs. And then we also have the generators. We have KenGen and IPPs. We also have the transmitters like KETRACO, and finally the distribution companies.
If I'm building a house, should I engage you at the design or at the end of the project? Since I have an electrical engineer who designs the entire project, when do I engage the Kenya Power itself?
In terms of the design, we have a special department in Kenya Power now that deals with advice to customers as regards cost-saving measures on the usage of electricity. It's important to emphasize, to point it out, that it's important to engage Kenya Power right at the beginning so that we all work as a team and ensure that we get the right quality of power right from the design stage.
Once we engage you, what documentations do I require to ensure that actually we have applied for power?
The documentation that we require is things like your ID, if it's an individual, national ID, and copy of that. We also require your PIN, copy of your PIN. We also require you to fill a supply application for supply, inquiry for supply of electricity form. And we also require to have a sketch map or a route map to the location where you'd want us to supply you with power. The other thing that would require actually is a title deed that indeed shows that you have the plot. You actually have ownership of that area.
The rightful owner.
You are the rightful owner. It's important for that because we do not want to enter into disputes where we connect you with power and then a few days later we are told to disconnect because that plot, that land does not belong to you.
After now we fill the application form, I presume there are some monies that need to exchange hands. And then at what point do you actually come in and connect?
Yeah. Depending on the scope of work, it will take different time to actually complete the design work and to be able to give you a quotation. So what I would say is that if it's a simple meter separation application, that will take 7 days. If it's a service line application, this means that you're within 600 meters of from the transformer. It will take 28 days to actually do the design and give you a quotation. If it's a major scheme which involves extension of the high voltage line, construction of implementation of a transformer substation, and giving you of a service line, then that will take about 28 days. And of course, we are continually improving the timings, and we're striving to be better. So it also depends now from that point. Once we give you the quotation, it will depend how fast you actually make the payments for us to actually move
and what are the costs?
To the next step.
How much will it cost me?
Meter separation, you will only need to pay standing charges, which depends on your load, on your usage, or what your load demand, what you expect to actually use after you're connected. And for service lines, as I said, if you're within 600 meters of the transformer, it's a standard charge. And what you pay for single phase is actually about 35,000. For three phase, it's 45,000 Kenya shillings.
Wow.
For this capital works where we have to extend the high voltage line, it will depend on how far you are from the grid, how far your building is from the grid. So those estimates vary. They vary. They are different.
We have experienced in the past some properties that power cuts have caused the appliances to be destroyed. How do you handle that?
Indeed, Kenya Power, like any prudent business, has risks inherent. And what we've done is that we've shared these risks with our partners, insurance firms. We have contracted insurance firms to actually assist us in compensating our customers for whenever we have incidences like this, where customers' property is damaged by poor, a supply that is not of the right quality. We actually get to investigate that incident and pass it over to our insurance firms to actually compensate those customers. That's what we do.
We are taking a short break. Please stay tuned.
Zuku Hookup. Hook your friends up and we'll hook you up with a free flat screen TV. It couldn't be easier. Just get your friends to subscribe to Zuku and you'll get that flat screen TV. No draws, no competition, just guaranteed TV prizes. Start hooking up your friends today. See press and posters for details. Zuku, amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Property Show as we continue our discussions with Engineer Wekesa from Kenya Power. I have also seen some instances after you've bought a piece of land, then Kenya Power comes and says they will have to use your piece of land to pass through power. How do you handle that, and are you compensated?
Indeed, Kenya Power does compensate for when they have to pass a line through someone's property, especially where we will interfere with existing crops or even a tree. So we have standard rates for actually compensating customers.
You know, our viewers keep telling us to invite Kenya Power, especially to tell us, why do we Kenyans feel that every time I have no power, instead of calling Kenya Power, I call somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and the route just gets bigger? Why don't we feel comfortable calling you directly?
No, I think that is a myth, because Kenya Power Services have really improved. We now have a national contact center, and it's very easy to actually get access to the contact center, and you're served very fast. And the contact center is actually equipped with modern equipment, and they're able to actually offer services and resolve issues, customers' issues as fast as possible.
I suppose they also follow up.
They do. They also do follow up. We do follow up in case after your problem has been cleared and our field people have reported that it's been cleared. Our contact center agents actually do call. They do follow up. In case the problem has been received via social media, we also get down to the social media and actually carry on a conversation and confirm with that particular customer.
Tell us about your new products that you're releasing in the market, and particularly about prepaid.
Yeah, prepaid electricity has a lot of advantages, like no more disconnections, no more estimated bills, no more delays in receipt of bills, no more intrusion into your privacy by meter readers. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but really, if we don't have to actually do that activity, then you'll enjoy a lot more privacy. There'll be easy, efficient ways of actually paying your prepaid token. There'll be numerous channels for accessing prepaid tokens, and you'll also be able to actually monitor your supply closely through the customer interface unit, and in that way you'll be able to actually employ cost-saving, energy-saving measures that will ensure that you actually pay your bill is lower than previous in the postpaid dispensation.
You know, a lot of people have said that prepaid electricity is more expensive. What's your take on that?
It's actually a myth. Prepaid electricity is not any more expensive than the postpaid electricity is. The tariffs are the same, are similar. The way of charging is similar. Our tariff is actually a step tariff, in that the first 50 units are charged at 2 shillings per unit. Then from 51 to 1,500, they're charged at 8 shillings and 10 cents. So a customer who's already bought 50 units in the first purchase and is charged at 2 shillings, when they cross over, when they buy the 51st to 1,500 unit, then they'll notice a difference because they'll be charged at 8 shillings and 10 cents.
Do you think energy will be cheaper one day in Kenya?
Yeah, I believe energy would be cheaper in Kenya, especially with the development that is coming in Turkana, where we've actually struck oil, and the coal that is in Ukambani. So this will actually give rise to cheaper forms of actually generating electricity. So if those are available locally, then of course they are bound to be cheaper, to be lower, and of course that will be reflected in the cost of power directly.